Roger, John, Ned, and Juanito. I may have pushed the button too soon because I didn't give myself a lot of chance to organize my thoughts about this. Maybe that's better. Let's trust it, just the way it pours out. About non-monogamy. I have been preaching to myself and to the choir and to the YouTube videos non-monogamy for going on 5 years now. All the reasons why it's good, healthier for us to not restrict how much we love people. I had an experience on Saturday that kind of challenged that, and then some more today that are challenging it. I spent time with a woman who, we never called it a date, around here at the rehab center, talking about my outing with a friend. We've been offhandedly calling it a date. But my friend and I never used that term, and I honestly don't know still to what extent for her it was a date or spending time with a special friend. Now, why is that important? Because I find her mesmerizing. She's as beautiful as I've run across in the female of the species, and thoughtful and conscious and graceful, and drives great, listens well, talks well. So I'm getting attached to her. I don't even know the right words, but she's on my mind a lot. And we had a conversation. I feel a need, if it might be close to a dating situation, to warn women, hey, this is where I stand. I'm non-monogamous. And I did that with her, and it caused a hiccup for her, because for her, that's not making a lot of sense. Too complicated. And she's looking for someone who would be more simply focused on her. So I said, okay, good, that helps me just release. And Saturday night afterwards, I felt like, good, okay, I let go of that. But by yesterday, I realized I had not let go, that I was too interested in her to give up that easy. And I came back and said, well, here's how non-monogamy would play out, and here's the ways it might not have any, might not be an issue, blah, 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 blah. I hope you're not panicking about that. But where do I stand, really? Where do I stand, really? Because when I got back to the facility yesterday, one of the nurses who flirts with me a lot, and she's adorable and good at touch, and she leans into me in ways that others don't. And she's a kind of a rascal. We exchanged notes. I said, we were teased about we were going to sneak away and play hooky somewhere. And I said, somewhere where I can smoke. And she said to me, well, I wouldn't smoke cigarettes, but if we had some grass, that'd be fun. So it was very conspiratorial and very fun, but very not real, because she's a staff. She's staff. And I've gone down that road too many times here where I get attached to staff and fantasize that something could happen beyond here, but they're staff. And so yesterday evening, she was up by the nursing station with some of her friends. She was teasing, and she was leaning into me and saying, I heard you cheated on me the other day. You had a date with somebody else. And I said, for laughs, and it got laughs, but I meant it. I said, well, you're not available. You're not available. I didn't use all these words, but really what I was saying was, we can tease and play, but nothing's going to happen. It's not. And I realized what I really was saying was, I want someone where there's no limits on what could happen, and where they're not being paid to spend time with me. So it came up to haunt me again today in the OT room in the gym, where I work with the physical therapist. each one of them, I want to be it when it's my turn. I want me to be the focus. I want to be special to them. And they have bigger relationships with each other. They're colleagues. They've known each other for a long time. And so when my therapist is having side conversations with her friends who are not clients, I realized today, oh shit, that's not what I want. And I had a whole dialogue over the weekend about someone who spends time with me not for work, not because they're being paid, because they want to be with me. And that my friend on Saturday wants to be with me for sure. There's no question of that. It's a matter of what she wants. But maybe she doesn't even know yet. Maybe it's better for neither of us to know yet what we really want from each other. But what I realize I want is someone who is really interested in me, curious about me, wants to know my story, and there are glimmers of that. But my story is long and complicated, and some of it mystical, hard to understand to others. I want somebody who wants to know all that, really wants to know my story. And it overlapped this morning. I realized I want to tell my story about psychiatry for legal reasons and financial reasons. But yeah, I want someone who really wants to know me. So where does that fit with monogamy? It's got me confused. Because if I want to be special to someone and want someone who is special to me, am I willing to confront the hazards? Because monogamy has a lot of hazards, a lot of ways you can end up trying to get the person to be what you want that special person to be. So it can go haywire, it can go sour, and does a lot. Or you can get stale, with each other. So I'm confused. I'm wonderfully confused. Let me live with the confusion. Let me embrace the confusion. That's the game. If you're going to really play the game. If I'm going to really play the game of relationship, I have to be willing to be confused and have my hand shake. Yeah. When I want more than a handshake. Okay. Enough of that. Bye for now.